Hello and welcome. I am Scrapperlock, and this is City of Heroes with our character Silver Phoenix, who is a scrapper on the private server Everlasting. We're level 48. We have 32 million total XP earned and 56 million influence now. I just sold, I can't remember what, something for 7 or 8 million. I think it was a recipe that I didn't need. And I sold some salvage. Still got some orange salvage I haven't sold, and 37, probably 3.7 million worth of enhancement converters I haven't sold, so we have a lot more money. We could get a lot more money if we need it, but we don't really need it right now. We are on the Malta story arc with Crimson, who, as I've said, I suspect is going to turn out to be a traitor, but we'll see. And we're trying to find Director 17 and deal with him. And Crimson says, now that we know that Director 17 is in the CIA thanks to you, several encrypted messages Indigo had intercepted make more sense. I activated one of our resources, a former CIA agent, and sent him in to use his old contacts and try to connect who was sending those messages with who was receiving them. My plan succeeded better than I anticipated, and Malta Group agents jumped our man, taking him prisoner. I need you to liberate our ex-CIA informant from the Malta Group. He's going to be under heavy guard. This doesn't sound like the end of the story arc, so we're going to keep our notoriety set to +2 times 2, and now we head to Independence Port. Why am I in Atlas Park? Well, in off-screen, I worked on another costume for Silver Phoenix. I can show you this, which is like a bathing suit, and the reason for that is my supergroup is going to be having a pool party on Saturday, and I figured if they're having a pool party, she should have a bathing suit. And so I created that for her. After the pool party is over, I'll change it to something else. It was going to cost, I think, almost 2 million influence to change that much of the costume. It was basically changing everything but her hairstyle, or even her hairstyle. So it's basically changing everything. And so I just used a free token. You get them every so often, and I had 2 free tokens, so I just used them and saved myself a couple million. It's not like I couldn't afford 2 million influence, but why spend it when you don't have to? And speaking of costumes, by the way, as you can see, I still have 3 unused costume slots, so I got to go on 3 more quests for the. I think I have to go on the level, the Talos and the Founders Falls, and I guess Peregrine Island Hero Icon Store quests to get more costume slots. Alright, so we're on +2 times 2, so we gotta watch out for extra sappers and things like that, but it doesn't seem like there are any right here. So let's go ahead and beat these guys up. So this is 2 lieutenants. The gunslinger is the more dangerous of the 2 because he seems to be more accurate and also has an ice attack that slows you. Operations officer has mezzes and stuff, but they can't do anything to us, so they're less dangerous. And I probably was stupid for coming in here without any heal inspirations. Hopefully we won't pay the price for that. We have in the past. Okay, there's an engineer. Odd that he's by himself. There's a lieutenant up there. Anybody else? Gunslinger. Engineer, gunslinger, lieutenant. So I guess that operations engineer is with these guys. It's a little odd that they didn't aggro to me. So I crane kicked him on purpose down here. This is going to force the robot to chase me. Come on. Come on. There he is. Just gives me a little extra time to kind of fight the gunslinger without having the Hercules Titan right on me. That takes care of him. Now there are some guys over here, right? I thought so. Oh, over there. And there's a gunslinger over there too. Oh, there's a sapper. But he's far enough away that he won't get into this fight. Scare him. With Focus Chi, just can level these guys so fast. It's quite nice. Still haven't gotten any heal inspirations. And by the way, that's actually, and I think I've mentioned it before, why people used to complain about super reflexes is that you really are dependent on heal inspirations, because the power set doesn't have any heals or regeneration or anything. Let's stealth up. See what's over here. That's who I'm looking for. Took care of him. Now we got a couple of gunslingers, so let's see if we can knock them over. Got one of them. So that guy didn't even get to do anything to me, right? Because I knocked him down, and by the time he got up, he was finished. And that is good damage mitigation. That's what we want. So we're looking for the captured guy. It's unlikely that he's back here, but I want to make sure we clear everything. Now, I don't know which way to go here, so we'll just go this way. Okay, Sapper comes first, and there's a boss. We're going to have to hope we have some heals by the time we catch up to him. And he's stunned, so now he can't do anything to me. Nope. Yeah, so I'm hoping to get a couple heals by the time we get back up there to this guy, but we may not. Nope. Yeah, one of the things I'm really kind of bummed about, I was thinking of showing you guys, is hero stats, which, and I mentioned this in the last episode. So originally it was designed to basically pay attention to all the chat windows here, or I guess you made a special chat window that it would log or what have you, and it would log all the chat, and it would pay attention to the chat coming through, and it would it would then record everything, and then it could tell you like how much DPS you're doing and things like that. But unfortunately, I guess we're going to need some sturdy here and some luck. Unfortunately, Hero Sets doesn't work with this current incarnation, the 64-bit incarnation of this game. Come on. Come on. Oh, I missed this guy. Darn it. Gotta be pretty quick with this thing, because while I'm attacking it, the gunslinger, this guy, is pounding me. Alright, looks like we got him. And these guys are vulnerable to knockback and knockdown, so it's important to try and get them knocked back and knocked down if possible. Seem to be more vulnerable to the Dragon's Tail than to the Crane Kick. Still no heals have dropped. Wow, I keep missing it. And that takes care of him. You can see why we really do kind of need... Oops. Didn't realize these guys are in here. We kind of do need a... we do need some heal inspirations, because you can see what's going on with our hit points. And we've completed the mission. And we found Melvin Langley. And learned the true identity of the Malta Group's director. After you rescued him from the Malta Group, XCA Melvin Langley told you, "I did just like Mr. Crimson told me and was able to trace who had sent the message to Miss Indigo. The message Miss Indigo had seen and who they went to. When they grabbed me, I knew I was right. You're not going to believe this, but Director 17, one of the very board members of the Malta Group, one of the leaders of the post-Cold War New Guard, is none other than Jack Ferenz, the head of the CIA's China Affairs Bureau." So, Okay, so he was a traitor, but it wasn't quite Crimson. Shall we clean this out? I think we should. Let's go ahead and clean this out. Oh, I was too late on him because I clicked it and it didn't go. Yeah, I was kind of sure it was going to be Crimson, actually. Again, I had no specific memory of this particular story arc. I mean, I know I did it, and I remember, you know, dealing with the Malta and the Sappers and everything back in live, but I don't have any particular memory of this story arc's details. There's a Sapper, so we're going to go right for him. Okay. Took care of him, no problem. Yeah, and unfortunately the Sappers, if there's like an operations officer or whatever, operations guy that does the auto turrets, you have to just let him summon the auto turret because you've got to go after the Sapper first. And as you've seen with this character, I think, once or twice, when the Sappers drain my endurance, that's it, it leaves me defenseless. So this guy we got to get, because he's got the auto turrets. I did it again. Knockover, and Gunslinger goes down first. Yep, this is gonna hurt. I might die here if I get hit one more time. Or maybe 2 more times. That'll be it. We don't need all these yellows. We never miss anymore, pretty much. If we start missing, we can always turn on focused accuracy. Still haven't gotten a single heal inspiration in this entire mission. Make sure we interrupt him. Missed. Got him. Let's make him come down. Okay. So why do I do that? Because I don't know if there's anything else up there that we haven't aggroed, like a Sapper. So make him come down, and then I won't accidentally aggro something up above. They were not actually supposed to spawn up there, I don't think. I think they were supposed to spawn down here, but they just got caught in the geometry of the map. Nobody else up there. Okay. Is that it? That looks like it. Alright guys, we're gonna head out. And now we'll talk to Crimson. And he says, I can't believe I didn't see it coming. It's so obvious. If it had been a snake, it would have bit me twice for good measure. Ferenz, Jack Ferenz. Here I thought he was just incompetent, but it all makes sense now. This all started when the freak show tried to grab Ferenz and Ambassador Zhang Xiaoshuan. Those freaks ran into Malta troops, right? I bet that gunslinger was there as Ferenz's bodyguard. When you rescued Ferenz from those Malta agents back at the start of this, you weren't rescuing him at all. He was probably there to make sure the switch went okay, or to give Moment new instructions. Then the next time you talked to him, he sent you into a trap deliberately. That worked out for us, though. I doubt he knew you'd find any information there, or that you'd be able to use it. Everything's been pointing to him from the start. Well, Mr. Director 17 of the Malta Group is in for a surprise. This might take a bit of time to prepare, but I guarantee you it's going to be over soon. And now this is probably going to be the end. It's time to deal with Ferenz, aka Director 17 of the Malta Group. This won't be easy, and we know there's another Kronos-class Titan under his command. If he activates it, there might not be much time before it can cause a lot of damage. gather your resources and block out some time. When you give me the go-ahead, it's on. Okay. Okay, Silver Phoenix, here's how it's going to go down. I just had Indigo send all the evidence that she and I gathered about Jack Ferentz's true associations to the right people, a whole lot of the right people. A catch this big needs a very large net. Ferenz is currently in an emergency debriefing trying to figure out who was responsible for letting Langley get away. He'll know in a few minutes that not only has his cover been exposed, but so is the entire Worldwide Red operation and the existence of the Malta Group. Ferenz is going to lock himself down and wait extraction. Too bad for him, extraction ain't coming, or rather, it will, but Indigo's rerouted them to the wrong building. I tell you, Silver Phoenix, I love that girl like a daughter. That's where you come in. Ferenz is going to be sitting tight, waiting for an extraction that won't be coming. I want you to hit him while he's waiting. He's going to be protected by some of the baddest things that Malta can muster. I don't care. I want him caught. I want all of his bodyguards caught. I want the other directors of the Malta Group to know that not only are they not untouchable, but they can be caught and brought up for their crimes. I know you understand me. I leave it to you to make sure they understand even better. And so now, we're going after Ferenz. Okay guys, I'm going to set it on +2 × 2. Just got to make sure I get to... we'll go through Ouroboros. I've just got to make sure I get to the hospital and get some heals, because we definitely are going to need those. We don't need this stuff, we need heals. So we're going to hit the hospital in Atlas Park and grab 6 heals. Hopefully that will be enough. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and grab 8 heals. So let's hit the hospital. Where is it? Right there. It's not far away. If we use super jump. We're just going to go ahead and grab no enhancements there. We're going to just go ahead and grab some inspirations, some health. And then we head to the mission door. Come on, clear the waypoint. There it is. Okay. So a couple quick hops. And we will be there. And here we go. Capturing Ferenz. And this is probably the end of the arc. Although I've thought it was the end of the arc 3 or 4 times before this, like when we were fighting Moment. So these are all operations engineers. And the gunslinger is over here with his back to us. Apparently doesn't hear me beating up his buddies. Now he's going to notice me. But it's too late. There's somebody over there too, so let's kick the gunslinger away. And I'm going to try to save these heals as much as possible. That is just a DR support Titan. Let's go ahead and turn on the stealth. Whoops, turn it on. Who else? We have a Sapper. I figured that was going to happen. Alright, Sapper is going to get Cobra Strike. Wow, look at that. Yeah, they do a lot of damage and they hit really well too. Look at that. Alright, let's go ahead and throw a luck on. And he's only a +2 boss, not a +3, so he shouldn't have that high a chance to hit me. Got him now. got him. Wow. So what was his chance? 9% chance. And he hit me. Before that, what did he have? Well, I guess with the luck, he must have had like a 20% chance. And he hit me that much. Wow. Okay. We don't need that. And of course, that guy took the knee. At least we can take these minions out really fast, which is good. Wow. Still getting hit like crazy by a lieutenant. I guess I'm just going to leave the stealth on for the extra defense. At least we got some more heal inspirations, which is good. Stealth also decreases the aggro radius, so it gives us a little bit of a chance not, you know, to sort of get the drop on them instead of letting them get the drop on me, the way it often happens when I just blunder into them. So let's see, we've got a lieutenant up there, we've got operations, 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 and operations. So there's no way to know which one's going to do it. It was him. Okay, that's good. Interestingly, the Titan didn't aggro to me. Now he did. Take this guy out first. I'm missing a lot. Shouldn't be missing that much with these guys. Our endurance is holding up just fine. That's because we have physical perfection as well as stamina. And we've endurance reduced all of our powers. Okay, there's gotta be, yeah. Oh. Oh, that guy took a knee, and I didn't notice him until it was too late. They're really, it's not like the Sky Raiders. The Sky Raider engineers you can actually interrupt pretty easily, but these guys, their power is much faster, their animation is much faster, and so it's much harder to interrupt them. If you don't literally attack them the second they see you, if you're not already in the midst of attacking them, you will not get them in time. That. We don't need that. Okay. That. Gunslinger. And he is a +3 lieutenant. Okay, so we're taking care of them. The slows, I hate those. There's a sapper and an engineer, so we gotta hit the sapper first. Okay. We got one shot off, which is about as good as you can hope for with the sapper. The auto turret. These things are worth no experience, but they're almost like a little mini-boss. And here we go again with these guys hitting me like crazy. Hit me again. And again. What's his chance to hit me? 14%. Yeah, they hit me an awful lot for 14%. Titan, Gunslinger, Operations Engineer. Okay, let's head in. Alright, so took care of him with no auto turrets. That's good. Next is Gunslinger. Off our damage a little bit, and we don't really need that enraged anyway. And there we go. Wow, is this going to be the end of the... I can't imagine. Oh no, there's an elevator down here probably. Boss, operations, is there anybody else? What are the odds I'm going to hit the right operations engineer? Very small. Yep, wrong one. Okay, so we get this guy. Got him. Now move out of the gas. There we go. And now boss time. He is also +2 boss. He's a 9% chance to hit me. Which means he has like a 62 or 3% base. And we got him. So those bosses are really no problem. I can only imagine what the elite boss, which is what I assume Ferenz is, will do to me. And we might lose that fight. We'll have to see. So this is level 1. There could be up to 4 more levels in this on this map. And since this is the finale, it might be a really long one. I probably should have made this a second episode, but that's okay. It can be a little long. One of the things I've noticed is that for whatever reason, the recording file size of what OBS, which is my new recording, does is like 1/10 the size of a file that's the same length and same number of frame rates from GeForce Experience. So I don't know what GeForce Experience is doing. We definitely need extra defense against these guys. Jeez, look at this. I'm not going to have any heals left for the big boss fight. I mean, I know this is a boss, and he's +3, but I'm talking about the fight with Ferenz, which I assume will be brutal. If I only have 2 heals, even with a loot, it may be trouble. There's another sapper. We're gonna have to watch out because these guys up here may aggro. Yeah, some guys upstairs aggroed. Alright, we got most of this, looks like. I'm gonna have no heals left by the time I get to the elite boss. I hope I don't have to run out of a 4-floor mission to get more inspirations. Ah, good, a heal drop, that helps, and it's a big one, or a bigger one. Well, interestingly, the guys above the guys up here aggroed to me, but not the other guys that were over there. I probably should have come up here first. There'll be an elevator over there, probably. I love kicking guys and having them go flying off the balcony. That's awesome. They did so much cool stuff in this game. And the combat animations are great. I mean, even for today, let alone in the time, in 2004. More guys down there. Sapper. Alright, we start with him. Okay, so that's what we want, is to get rid of that Sapper. Okay, so we're doing alright, except I just wish we could get a few extra heals when the inspirations drop instead of getting all the yellows and oranges. Okay, took care of him. Now we want to get this guy first. And we took care of him, and I think this floor should be clean. Yep. Alright, so now let's see. There's this area here, but I don't think there's going to be anything here. Nope. So let's go down this hallway. My guess is Mr. Ferenz will be past an elevator. Oh. Some guys. There's a sapper. Get rid of him. That's good. Is there an ambush coming? Maybe not. I thought I saw a moving word balloon, which is often, yep, indicative of an ambush. Come on, get this sapper. Come on. Okay. Wow. No choice. So that was not an over aggro, that was an ambush. And remember, we are playing on a mission for 2 people. We're playing on a mission, we're a level 48 solo, playing on a mission for 2 level 50s. So that's really not, we're not doing too badly, given that consideration. Alright, I'm gonna have to take a knee here, because I only have 1 healing inspiration, and we need to keep the hit points up. Because after all, We don't have, you know, we don't want to start from below max. Yep. Engineer comes first. These guys are both lieutenants. I like being able to stun. That's some good damage mitigation. Can't stun him though, I think. They're very mez resistant. And there's Ferenz. Oh, he's just a boss? I'm disappointed. Alright guys, let's hit a loot. Because I don't know if I'm going to get ambushed or something in this mission, in this part of the fight. I'm really bummed. I thought he was going to be an elite boss. But he's just a boss. One like we fought before. We do have some sturdy, so I'll take that, because I'm sure he's going to hit me. But remember, as a gunslinger type boss, he is vulnerable to knockdown like this. There we go. Didn't even need a loot. But it's fine. And that takes care of Ferenz. Now we gotta beat up everybody else. I thought this was gonna be a much bigger mission. And where's the Kronos Titan? I thought we were gonna have to fight that too. I'm a little bummed. I thought it was gonna be harder. That ambush was the hardest part of the mission. I don't even think there was a boss in it, right? It was just lieutenants and minions. But they were +3, and, you know, they just hit me while I was fighting another spawn. Right? It was like an over-aggro. But that and the over-aggro on near the balcony on that one stairway were much harder than dealing with Ferenz. That's a little bit anticlimactic. I'm a little bit bummed. Maybe if you come in here with multiple people, he's an elite boss. I don't know. Got a couple of enhancements here. Yeah, I guess I should leave stealth on a little bit more. I'm kind of liking... It's a little bit of extra defense, not much, but it's also helping reduce the aggro range. Right, so like these guys don't see me yet. But this guy did. I didn't see him. And it's not killing my endurance. I thought it would, but with an endurance reducer on and the 2 passives, we're doing okay. Now, loot's about to drop, so we gotta get this guy fast. Oh, and one of the things that's keeping our endurance spiked up is the elude. I forgot about that. So the endurance is doing well, but not that well. So now we wait. When this gets down to 330, we should be getting endurance again. Actually, let's go ahead and just click that. We should be alright. Can't recover for a few secs, but it's okay. So what am I missing here? Yeah, again, I feel like I didn't need to see the guys on there. I can see that I've got a missing hallway. It really is kind of spoilerish to have the, you know, exactly what's up there. Look, I even know it's 2 gunslingers and an engineer. That's too much. That's too much information. Two gunslingers. Let's see. Touch of Death finished him. That's our Touch of Death power. The Cobra Strike, which has Touch of Death enhancements on it. Yeah, so the stealth does drain your endurance a little, but it's not too bad. And that's the end of the mission. No reward merits, so the story arc is not over yet. Interesting. And there's nothing up here. Nope. Let's head out. So this wasn't the end of the story arc. Very interesting. So let's see what happens. Clue found. Ferengi's revenge. He cursed me by saying, "Where were you getting your information? Tell me. Who was helping you? How were you able to tear down so much? Expose so much? You so-called heroes never understood. Now you've ruined it. I've already seen the news. They call us a criminal conspiracy in the intelligence community. They'll all search for us, try to weed us out just to protect their jobs. We would have brought a new era of peace and security through this war." So they're going to use war to bring peace. But it's not over. Even if this is the end for me, we still have one card left to play. When I realized extraction wasn't coming, I activated my second Chronos Titan. It will crash right through the war wall and level this area of the city. Not even you can stop it. Ha 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 ha. Ah, so now we have a time mission, which I will do in my next episode, and it's a darn good thing I don't have to leave for the dentist yet. I have to do that in about a half an hour, so hopefully I can get through the mission in time. As a consequence, I'm going to adjust the team size back down to 1 because I don't have time for this. And I will do it on my next episode. I am Scrapperlock, and this is City of Heroes.